as you audit this so far, since 2008 up to now, Rithi, would you agree when she talks about the improvement when it comes to the social aspect of even the freedom and the governance as well? I know definitely TISA has done the groundwork in different parts of the country, and just talking to different people on the understanding of the Vision 2030 and the progress deep in different parts of the country. Would you agree? And what would be your audit as TISA on that?
Okay, thank you. I think when we look at the political pillars Dr. has put, obviously we can see there are some advancements. Looking at the whole issue of us having a new constitution, having implemented a devolved system of government, some semblance of independence of some institutions, and note the use of the word semblance. For instance, in the old constitution, the president, for instance, would wake up one day and just decide that parliament imeisha, and elections will be called what used to be called the snap elections. Now that can't happen. But other than having that semblance of independence, when we now audit closely, we'll still find that, yes, in terms of the text of the Constitution, some of these offices and institutions are supposed to be independent, but the presidency has found a way of capturing these institutions. So technically, they are not as independent as they are supposed to be. Freedom of speech, yes, that has been there, but every now and then we find ourselves in spaces where that freedom is curtailed. It is not as free as we would want it to be. Okay. But the elephant in the room, right, I would agree with Dr. is the economic pillar. Right. That one has not done very well. Remember, we were supposed to grow at 10% of GDP every year for the last 22 years. We've not seen any double-digit growth. Right. But we hope maybe that is something that we'll look into as we get into the next blueprint.
Right. Thank you. Wangare, even in your experience well across the continent, when you look at how other African countries, since 2008, because as we definitely progress, we also look at what our neighbors doing. The balance between the policy stability as well as now even the political interference, because it definitely has a big toll when it comes to the economic policies that we have as a country. What would be your audit and the lessons learned from that? And even as we have a conversation beyond 2030, what should we know that these were the teething gaps that we had, and this is what we need to do?
Thank you. I think it's looking back and thinking about Vision 2030, I think even I would take a few steps back and think about, well, what is a vision really at the end of the day? And as young people here these days, they say it's almost like manifesting. We're manifesting to be a certain thing, right? Now, visions are supposed to be aspirational. We're supposed to be able to have goals for ourselves that we think we can achieve and just a little extra more, right? Because we don't want to just reach the sky, we want to reach the stars. But at the same time, if you have a vision that doesn't really relate down to the people, then you have a little a challenge, right? So even as we're saying, we have the medium-term plans, we have the budget, the medium-term economic framework, we have the things that are also developing when you have unexpected things. COVID was unexpected, all of these things that are happening in the economy. And how does that then translate into what we aspire for ourselves? Right. We need to be able to track the progress that we're making against getting to that vision. Because even if the vision is aspirational, we're still putting in place plans, frameworks to be able to achieve those goals, right? But if we have processes in place that we're not tracking, we don't have indicators, we don't have a review, I think the last few years we haven't had a progress update in terms of what we've been able to achieve, that becomes problematic, because if we don't understand where the challenges are in reaching those objectives, then we run the risk of doing those same challenges over and over again and not even achieving what we have what we aspire to be in our Vision 2060. So looking at other jurisdictions, one thing I have to say, when I was reading the abridged version of the 20, we are calling it the 2060 vision, there's still a lot of language in there that is problematic to me, right? We talk about we want to be a first world country. And we've just heard from Professor here that, third world, first world, that's derogatory language. We don't want to, why are we comparing ourselves to these ideals that other people have? And if we're comparing ourselves to the quote-unquote first world, we're comparing ourselves to people who are existing now when we're looking at the future. First world in the future, what is that, right?
And good question you raised, because now, Dr. I'm curious. Just to replace that first world status, because right now we are a developing nation. So by that time, should we say that we are a developed nation?
And even as I hand over,
Yes.
the other thing is that we keep talking about the Asian countries.
Yeah.
We're not Asian countries. It's good to say they've achieved that, but what are we achieving? We're Kenyans, we're Africans, what are we achieving?
Okay. Dr. Just